Welcome to China, and I'm here in Hongqiao, which isn't the biggest city in China. Only 12 million people live here. It's a fabulous place. The scale is enormous, as it is with the Chinese car industry. Now, I've got two new cars here from two different brands, which are said to be coming to the UK in the near future. This is the Zeekr 7 GT. This is the Lynk Co 02. Lynk Co is supposed to be like a fashion brand, that's why the name is Lynk Co, a bit different. Zeekr, well, they're both owned by Geely, which also own Lotus, Volvo, Smart, Polestar, London electric vehicle company that make London black cabs, a load of other brands too, so it's got some might behind them. I'm going to drive these cars on Chinese roads. I've never driven in China before. It's going to be an eye-opener, I'm sure, but let's find out what these cars are like. Driving in China is great fun. It's a bit of an assault on the senses. Things going on all over the place, people on bikes, different road markings, technology telling you where to go and what's happening. It's great fun. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really enjoying being in the Zeekr. Zeekr is a company that's only 4 years old. Oh, isn't that cute? But it kind of feels a lot more grown up. It's part of the Geely group, as I've mentioned, so it's got all the platform tech, all the battery tech, all the partners that the likes of Volvo and Smart and Polestar and Lotus can call on. And it's a full range. Yesterday, when I was at the Shanghai Auto Show, they revealed the new Zeekr 9X, which is a huge SUV, over 5 meters in length, and it's probably a rival, even they say, for the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. That's probably more in terms of its challenging looks than anything else, but I think Range Rover and stuff like that, clever plug-in hybrid system. So that's Zeekr. This is the 7X, which is an SUV that is rivaling the Tesla Model Y. It does everything these days, and why wouldn't you? It's the world's best-selling car. There's a few things that this car does better than the Model Y, which we'll come on to. But there are more 7s. There's a 7 Saloon. There's a 7 GT, which is like a sportback, which is really sexy and drives really nicely. And this car not confirmed for the UK yet. I think we can probably say it will be pretty soon. Cost-wise, yeah, what are you thinking? 45,000 to probably 60,000. You'll get a couple of battery variants, 75 and 100 kilowatt hour batteries. Range will go from around 280, 290, probably up to about 380, so, you know, par for the course as it has to be. But the things that have impressed me about this car so far, Zeekr apparently blends luxury with technology, and this does come across in this car. Obviously, the technology is fantastic. The doors even shut themselves. Whether we get that in the UK or not remains to be seen. Let's hope so. But the technology seems to be pretty seamless. I love the way the navigation talks to the traffic lights and gives you a countdown that you also see on the traffic lights, which is just great. But the technology in this car is I love my tech anyway. There's a great audio system which has Dolby Atmos. You get some of the audio instructions coming through speakers in the headrests, which can be a little bit odd initially. And then you've got the head-up display here, which you'll struggle to see, but trust me, it is the best head-up display I've ever seen. You've got all the sensors showing you all the vehicles around you, all the people around you, and then when you indicate, you get a little video display of what's in your blind spot, just in case there's any cyclists or anybody else around. I've seen that in dash displays in Hyundais and Kias, but never, it's crystal clear in the, I'm looking at it now in the head-up display. It's absolutely fantastic. You've got all the other technology that you'd expect, you know, wireless phone charging and all that sort of stuff, but the way it's integrated and the engineering involved in that, I think is really clever. Big panoramic roof, as you'd expect every one of these cars that competes with the Model Y, and let's be honest, it's a crowded market. BYD C-Line 7, you've got the Xpeng G6, you've got the new Shangang D-Pal coming, and all the rivals from the likes of Audi and Mercedes and BMW too. The all-electric mid-size SUV space is crowded, to say the least. Performance-wise, this car is quick. There are a number of settings, and they're all quick. They're all much for muchness, and the ride quality is pretty good. It's a strange mix. At low speeds, it's a little bit firm, but then if you go over some undulations, it just feels a little bit slack. It's air suspension on this model, but it just needs a little bit of tuning, as does all the obviously the HMI systems, the technology for for more European tastes, shall we say. The biggest problem I think that the Zeekr has is its positioning and its point of difference. And this applies to so many of these cars. You know, luxury and technology. Yes, it's nice. I love the head-up display and the integration of the technology. But you look in here, you could be in any car, really. It's a nice interior. The quality is great. The kit count is great, but you could be in anything. And that's what I liked about the Lync Co. It's just a little bit different. So where is that point of difference? And on the outside, yes, European design, it's a smart enough car, but what is it? That's something that Zeekr is not alone. Oh, hang on, yeah, it's telling me that it's counting down the red light. So just got a few seconds of coming up to a red light, so I just slow down. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the green light is coming. Yay, there's the green light. It's gone dark because I'm under an overpass, but yeah, anyway, back to the point. What's the difference with Zeekr? I think they got a good chance of doing it. The European management team, I think, will see that. And yeah, it's a car that I'm enjoying, haven't fallen in love with, but I think I could. So the Lync Co 02, on the other hand, really does have something that's a little bit different about it. I really do like this car. To drive, yeah, the differences aren't huge. The steering's quite light. The ride's okay, you know, it's comfortable enough. But style-wise, it's a little bit different. And as I mentioned, Lync Co has been set up to be like a fashion brand. That's why it's got the slightly unusual name. Now, technology is to the fore. Obviously, this car's going to talk to me in Chinese, and I've got no idea, frankly, what it's saying or where I'm going. I'm enjoying driving this car. It's got a bit of spirit about it, which so many Chinese cars that you struggle to differentiate don't really have. And that's so important. And I think the way I would sum this car up, I'll talk a little bit more about it in detail, is that I was driving it yesterday with a 25-year-old Chinese woman, and it really appealed to her generation. And I said, I've got a daughter who's 26. I think she would actually really love Lync Co because it is a bit different. You know, you've got Harman Kardon audio in here and all that sort of stuff that you want and need. But it's just the little features. The storage down here, I've got a Go box with a strange little lidded thing. There's obviously wireless charging because that's what everybody needs, whether you're Gen Z or a slightly different generation like me. But you know, it's a quite an easy car to drive, which is important. But the design is just a little bit different. I've got a head-up display, fabulous navigation system, not dissimilar to the one in the Zeekr 7 GT, but this car is a lot cheaper. And I think this car would do brilliantly in the UK. It shares a lot with the Volvo EX30, and the guys at Lync Co probably wouldn't want me to talk about that car too much because it's a partner within the Geely group. But yeah, this car I really do like if it was priced right, and my guess would be sort of 30,000 plus. There's probably a couple of versions, you know, 30,000 to sort of top spec with everything on it. Under 40,000, of course, it's all down to what you pay monthly. I think Lync Co could be something a bit different amongst all the new brands, and a bit appealing too. This car I'm driving has a 66 kilowatt hour battery, and it'll probably go for about 270 miles, which is par for the course. It's going to be enough for the sort of driving that this car does. I've sat in the back, reasonable space in the back, decent sized boot as well. So it competes on that score, but it does have that wonderful little, see over the bumps like that, it's quite nice. Wonderful little Lync Co point of difference, which so many cars don't have these days. I'm sure over the coming years we'll be seeing lots more Zeekr and Lync Co models coming to the UK and Europe. They've got a lot of numbers to fill, and of course in China they move really quickly, so it will happen at speed. I hope so anyway. Now, I like the Zeekr 7X. I really like the Lync Co 02, but you know me, I like a big SUV, and this is the Lync Co 900. It's one of their newest models. Could it come to the UK as the Lync Co 09? I'd love it to. Huge screen in here, loads of tech, and it's a big SUV. Do you know what? I think I'm going to drive it home.